If you, like me, are a millennial or older, you may have noticed a few new slang terms kind of floating around in social media. I just wanted to address those and kind of break them down because it's something that I've been curious about. I have ideas of what they might be, but I really wanted to just deep dive and figure it out 100%. So here we go. So we can't talk about these terms without talking about Gen Z. Ages range from 11 to 26 years old at this time. They were born as of 1997 to 2012. So this is a fairly young grouping of people. Most of these terms has come from TikTok, and that's because TikTok is a lot of your Gen Zers. They make a lot of the content. All right, so I'm gonna reference an article here by bark.com. Experts over at Oxford recently declared Riz their word of the year for 2023.
Yesterday I saw a video using the word Riz. A comedian asked a girl in the audience, "What is Riz?" And she said, "Oh, like how you talk to a girl. Oh, okay. Like he got Riz." That was the video. It was a comedian asking what this Zoomer word means. Then I got recommended a video of some rapper and it said, "Oh, this person is impressed by this rapper's Riz," and it's him talking to some random girl in a hallway. Then Moist Critical uploads a video within which he uses the term Riz, which I'd never heard before until earlier that same day. And then now I get recommended some other short of some guy talking about how Ryan Reynolds has that dog in him. Me, I've got that cat in me. And once again, he uses the term Riz. So am I in the Matrix or what?
Riz, which is a shortened version of charisma, has taken the world by storm. But the very fact that a website run by adults recognized it means that it's officially not hip or cool anymore. Okay, that was stupid. I've actually never heard the term Riz, and I guess it makes sense. Charisma. Yeah, I mean, the emphasis is on the Riz in charisma, so I suppose that makes sense, but I've personally never heard it in a sentence. So here are the 5 teen slang words to look out for in 2024. We're 4 months into 2024, so you can determine whether or not this is really accurate. First term, preppy. Preppy's been around a long time. So preppy from the 90s basically pertain to boat shoes, sweaters, pearls, kind of country club image. Pop the collar, you might have a little scarf around your neck, little pearls, like it said, maybe a little bow in the hair. Well, that seems to be along the same lines. The new preppy is different, but kind of similar, which, why wouldn't it be? Because it seems like that's basically what any trend is. It's the same as what it was, but maybe just a little bit different. Preppy these days refers to lots of girly pink, Lululemon accessories, Stanley water bottles, and the like. It's a type of style, and it contrasts with the darker emo, which is more black clothes and sad music, which, again, it's kind of always been that way. I don't know that emo has necessarily changed. We're not getting into the fashion disputes here. We're just covering terms. Term number 2, OP. OPP. This one's short for opposition or opponent, used when referring to someone or some group of people you're not on good terms with. Again, yes, opposition, opponent. Op is the more predominant syllable. Are we just too lazy to say opposition? Opponent? I don't understand why we're shortening it. I really don't understand why we're shortening everything. The third term is eats, E-A-T-S. Out of the current teenage slang terms, this one's more common in the past tense, as in she ate. What? Used to say someone succeeded or did something well. If it's extra good, you add and left no crumbs. Example, did you see Bella's homecoming outfit? She ate and left no crumbs. What? I didn't fully look over this list before because I wanted to really actually like react to them, and I am not understanding. I am not understanding this. Okay, so alongside eats / ate, because you're not saying eats. She eats and left no crumbs. It was she ate. Okay, so anyways, alongside that comes let him cook. I can understand this one a little bit better. This phrase is used to mean don't interfere in a joking kind of way. It doesn't literally mean let someone make food. For example, a friend is drawing a pencil and paper masterpiece in study hall when his teacher tells him to stop. It would be funny if you were to interject, "No, Miss Jackson, let him cook." So kind of along the lines of, let him be, let him do it. He's cooking. All right, the fifth term, guyet. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Again, I haven't used these terms. I've heard some of them. I don't know. G-Y-A-T-T. A shortened term for goddamn that's used to express approval or excitement, particularly when one notices a large bottom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on, wait. Somebody behind you.
Who? Yeah.
No. Let's go ahead and improv.
Okay.
Again, I don't understand. Guyet. Guyet is that doesn't even feel good saying guyet. Gee, wait. And how is that a shortened term for goddamn? I don't particularly like that word. I don't really use it, but how is it a shortened term? How is that any easier or shorter to say? I just don't get it. So that just pertains to any backside, or is it like a complimentary term? Like, wow, that's a great butt. I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay, well, I am clearly showing my age. So that was just kind of the general terms. It can be used in lots of different ways. Now we're gonna get into slang guide for dating and relationship terms. Hold on to your hats. So term number 1, bae, B-A-E. I've heard that term before. Short for baby, often a pet name for a crush or significant other.
Babe, I'm not in the mood. Please get away from me. Babe, where you going?
Babe.
Okay, no problem. Benching. Just like in sports, benching someone in dating means putting them to the side to date other people. Benching is usually brought on when they do something to annoy or upset you.
Have you ever been benched or benching in the dating world? What is benching? Well, it's pretty simply put. It's basically keeping you on the roster. They treat you like you're going to get in the game, but they keep you on the bench. And they do enough work to keep you excited that you will get in the game one day, but they never do.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, bench them. Breadcrumbing. When someone leads you on by flirting and making you feel special, but without any intention to actually commit to a relationship. What's left is a breadcrumb trail that keeps you attached.
That someone is breadcrumbing you. They show intense interest in you initially, and once they have you, they start pulling away gradually. They be close but keep you at one arm distance by keeping you constantly confused with their inconsistent communication. And they flirt and enjoy with you momentarily without making any long-term commitment or communication with you.
Okay, I like that. That makes sense. Cuffing/cuffing season. I've not heard this one. Cuffing simply means to get into a relationship. Cuffing season specifically refers to winter when you'd want someone to snuggle with while it's colder outside.
You know it's getting cold out there, Caitlin.
It is.
You know what that means?
Yes, I do.
What do it mean?
You want to snuggle up with someone you think is cute. Cuffing season.
Oh, excuse me. Not ready. But what does that mean?
But what? How does that have to do with cuffing? Okay. When I hear the term cuffing, and this even comes from like my parents' generation, which is baby boomers, cuffing means you're gonna get smacked. Like, I'm gonna cuff you. That means you're getting smacked. Most likely, like a smack across the face. Now, my parents did not hit us like that. We were spanked, yes. But that's what a cuffing means. Where the F did cuffing season? When did that refer to relationship, being in a relationship, getting into a relationship, especially when it's cold outside? What? Okay. DTR stands for define the relationship. Okay. This usually occurs after the talking phase, when both parties have expressed feelings and it's time to decide if both want to make it official.
When I look at our future, I see you and me. I see us together, asterisk, with dogs. There's gonna be dogs involved. I don't think you can separate a future with me and a future with multiple dogs. There might be a cat involved. Eventually, like, there could be a goat.
So we just have an acronym there, DTR. Define the relationship. Gaslighting. Oh yes. This is a solid term used in lots of different ways, and especially with this being a presidential year for election, I'm sure we're all going to see lots of real good examples of gaslighting coming up in politics. So, definition. This has become a popular term on the internet, but it refers to a form of psychological manipulation.
Manipulation. That is interesting.
What's interesting is that you focused on manipulation. Why?
In which a significant other makes you feel crazy or wrong, even when unjustified.
When somebody either indirectly or directly denies your reality and makes you feel bad about yourself, that's gaslighting.
You're always so sensitive. I did tell you, if you learn how to listen, you would know. You can never take a joke. Are you sure you're remembering that correctly? I guess I'll have to repeat myself because you can't remember. You just need to learn how to communicate better. I never did that. You did. None of my other boyfriends complained. Only you.
That's not okay. That's not cool, folks. Like, It is. It's a form of manipulation. Ghosting. Again, another pretty common term. I've heard of it. I've used it. I've had it done to me. I don't appreciate it. A term that's been around for quite a while now, so it's not new to 2024. Ghosting is essentially getting dumped with no explanation. One day you're talking to each other and things seem fine. The next day, radio silence and the relationship is over. People often ghost instead of dumping someone, and that's not cool.
Yes, I have. Well, everything was going good, and I was left alone completely on Christmas. But then, days passed, weeks, months, half a year.
He just disappeared. There's what? So hold on. So how long are you with this guy for?
I don't know, like half a year.
And just one day you woke up and he went missing.
Yep.
And you never spoke again?
No.
So how did you get over it then?
I didn't. I think it sucks, and it definitely should give me some trust issues, but it didn't. I'm just living life. It happens.
Be upfront. Like, yeah, it might hurt a little bit. You might have a little back talk coming your way, but hey, that might be justified. Especially if you're going to ghost someone. Then it's completely unresolved, and nobody likes that. All right, here's that other term again. Oh, well, this kind of explains it a little bit more. Gyat. G-Y-A-T. This slang is used in reaction to seeing an attractive person. Okay, so this specifies attractive person, particularly with a large bottom. The word can be used as an acronym for girl your ass thick, or an abbreviation for goddamn. Again, I don't see the abbreviation. It's not an abbreviation. Diet. It's two. It's like 2 syllables each. How is that an abbreviation? I don't get that. I have heard this one used in different ways. Ick factor. Icks. Yeah. Similar to a red flag, which, okay, so is that the old term, red flag? The ick factor is when there's a certain quality or trait about another person that you just simply don't like. It's usually small things, but they can add up to make that person undateable. Some popular examples from the internet include when guys wear flip-flops or when girls wear too much makeup. Okay, is this too much makeup? Am I wearing too much makeup? I did my lips are a little less done today, but I don't know. Is this aging me? Do I look old because this is too much makeup? I don't know. You tell me.
I'm Brett Cooper. Guys, today we are talking about the infamous ick list.
As if.
If you have no idea what I'm talking about, allow me to enlighten you because the subject is very funny and it has been trending on social media for a while now. It's not really a specific trend that's happening right now. It's just been going on for a couple of years. More and more people are doing it and more people are taking it seriously, which is why we're going to discuss it. So the word ick entered the mainstream with women finding icks or red flags about their prospective partners or their boyfriends, husbands, fiancés, whatever. This really started as a lighthearted, not serious, funny trend, but with this latest list of icks, say that 10 times fast, that seems never ending. All right, so it's mainly women that post these icks and they are doing it all the time. So one TikTok account took it upon himself to compile an insane list of these women's dating icks. And to all my guys out there, I'm going to warn you in advance, you are shit out of luck, at least according to the, number 585th ick, which is the latest addition to this list. There are 585 reasons that women apparently do not like you and do not want to date you.
It irrationally annoys me.
Ick videos going down. There we go. 585. Don't take a nap because napping might irrationally annoy your partner.
I didn't know that guys wearing flip-flops was a no-no. Ick factors are subjectable, so some women don't like guys in flip-flops.
I don't remember what school it was at particularly, but these women compiled a list online of men that they had gone out on dates with that they thought were harmful, dangerous, weird, and kind of like as a warning for other women, like don't go out with them, and you could go and search and see if the guy that you were dating or wanted to go out with was on this list. And guys were speaking out and saying, well, just because you didn't like me doesn't mean that somebody else is gonna like me, and just because you thought we had a weird interaction doesn't mean that I'm, harmful. And they were saying, what if we made a list about you? And obviously the women were like, ah! That is what would happen. That is exactly what would happen if men started compiling icks about women. But I digress. Here is yet another ick.
What gives you the ick?
When a boy puts a seatbelt on in the car, it repulses me.
Repulses me! Oh, we're actually at 588 now. Don't put on a seatbelt. Don't be safe.
ILLY, an acronym for I love you. Okay, that makes sense. Pink flags. Based on the idea of red flags, pink flags are just a step down from that. They aren't huge warning signals that something is wrong, but they can hint that this relationship isn't super healthy.
What are pink flags? So this is a phrase that I coined back in 2015 when I wrote my book, The New Single. And I talked about this because I had made this mistake over and over again. I would meet somebody and I would find these little things that I thought I could correct or remedy. So they weren't really red flags. Like, you know what a red flag is. Those are deal breakers. These were like, I think I can tweak those a little bit. So they were things like somebody is really, really not good with money. So I thought, I can change that. Or they were in between jobs over and over and over again. Or every breakup was not their fault. So those were the pink flags that I thought that I could change and, you know, get rid of them and move along. But actually the pink flags eventually turned red.
Riz. Back to Riz. Stemming from the word charisma, Riz is similar to having game, specifically with romantic pursuits. Okay, that wasn't explained before.
I just figured out recently that Riz is just short for charisma. That's why it's like if you have no Riz, you have like no charisma.
Wait, does LOL stand for something?
Lots of love.
Next one is Sigma, opposite of an alpha male. Someone who is quiet, independent, a lone wolf type. I'm confused. I would say that alphas, are they not lone wolves? Are they not usually independent? There again, maybe I'm showing my age. To me, an alpha tends to be independent, a bit more of a loner, because as an alpha, you are thinking very differently than others. You are not thinking as in crowd mentality. Okay, well, there again, I'm a little off with my definitions, I guess. Next term, simp, refers to a tryhard or someone who goes way out of their way to do things for their crush or significant other.
You know, what's the definition of a simp? You get 10 different answers, but I think Tristan's definition is probably the closest one that I would agree with. It's an unfair exchange of attention and resources with a woman. And the vast majority of guys today are definitely simping. You know, like, you would solve a lot of the problems out there today with women's entitlement issues if guys would stop simping and level up. But it's easier to simp than to do 100 push-ups a day.
Is simp short for simple? So kind of like simple-minded? They just trail along with whatever you want to do? Smash. Yeah, I've heard it. A term that means to have casual sex. I didn't know it had to be casual.
I got a DM asking me to do smash or pass for cartoon characters. Let's go do it. All right, first one, absolutely smash. Holy. Next one, oh, that's a lion. Pass. Wait, what the? Smash. Pass. Wait, is that me? Smash.
But I guess that makes sense. Snack. Used to describe an attractive person. Someone who looks good enough to eat. Sometimes spelled S-N-A-C-C. Why? Is that an acronym? And what does that stand for? Why does it have to be different than just the actual word snack and how it's spelled? I don't understand that. When these things don't seem to have a reason behind them, that just frustrates me. Have a reason. Have a reason for spelling snack with a C at the end. Why? What? I don't get it. Sneaky link. Sneaky link refers to someone you are seeing or hooking up with secretly. Oh, okay.
She's bugging out, bro. Go sit in the back. Do not sit next to my mom, bro.
That's my baby.
Give me baby.
You see that? That's my on there.
Oh, I thought you already had a bugging. girlfriend. Yo, bro, I'm not even gonna lie. I was going crazy. Yo, bro, today. your other girl's waiting for you. Yo, bro, one second.
You went so good today.
Oh, what are you doing? Random lady? I'm gonna text you tonight. You bugging out.
Situationship. I had to like really look at that to make sure I was reading it right. Describes two people who are not officially dating, but who have feelings for each other. It's a situationship.
Listen up, ladies. Sign number 1, he's not giving you any hints of commitment. What I mean by this is he doesn't want to put a label on anything. Everything's chill. He's not giving you like a straightforward answer. If you ask, which don't ask, he'll show you. But when it comes to your relationship status, you're kind of like, I really don't know what we are. Like, what are we? Type of vibe. If you're confused, you're not in a relationship and he's stringing along, I promise you. Or it's just too early to tell, which moves on to my second point. If you guys have been talking for more than a month and he hasn't made you his girlfriend, or he hasn't introduced you to his parents, or he hasn't done any of those steps, it doesn't have to be all of those things, but at least one of those things, most likely you're about to get into a situationship.
Talking/talking phase. Yeah, this is newer than my generation, because like you could have a crush on somebody and then kind of be, you know, like dating. It wasn't like, oh, we're talking. No, you were like either not or you are dating. So talking phase. This term describes the phase between flirting and official dating. This means you're probably texting this person more than other people in your life, but you're nowhere near ready to be exclusive.
These are my rules for the talking stage. Listen up so you don't waste your time. Let's get into it. Number 1, there is no reason for the talking stage to be more than a month. Girl, if he needs that much time to decide if he's into you, then he's not as obsessed with you as he should be. I stand by this because I know people need a talking stage to get to know one another, but you don't need more than a month. Number 2, never give him your full effort because it is just a talking stage. You can't get overly invested or act like you're dating yet, and you can't give him the perks of being a girlfriend if he's not gonna call you his girlfriend. Okay? Okay. Number 3, make sure you're actually getting to know him and not ignoring the red flags. There are so many red flags that can come up in a talking stage that we just look over because they're cute, right? No.
That just kind of goes along with the fact that seems like Gen Z is not so hot on commitment. For example, it's common to hear, no, I'm not dating anyone, but me and this guy from another school are talking. Thirsty. I've heard this one too. To be desperate for romantic and or sexual attention. I've heard it. I've heard it kind of in broader terms as well.
Hi.
That is boy style. Oh, hey.
I was thinking,
Yes.
I'm ready to be your long-term, distance, low-commitment, casual girlfriend, if you'll still have me.
Could you just hold on for 1 second?
Oh, okay.
Sublime! I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that.
Please?
Okay. Come on in.
Oh, yay!
I like it. I like thirsty. I like that term, I should say. Zaddy. Nope. I've never heard of this one. Refers to an attractive, well-dressed man. Often, it's an older man.
So Zac Efron plays a dad in his new movie, Firestarter.
So somebody called him a zaddy.
It means an older, charismatic man.
Who's a dad?
We're calling Zac Efron an older, charismatic dad?
He's
Zac Efron
30.
is like a young.
Isn't he 30? Google Zac Efron. How old is
Please,
he?
y'all. 34 is considered older these days. Maybe we're zaddies. Or zombies. Are we zombies?
Think Jeff Goldblum or Idris Elba. Yes, both beautiful men. I mean, Idris, beautiful. Like, he's a beautiful man. Jeff Goldblum, he definitely, like, he's got a certain quality about him. And then at the Super Bowl, when he like jumped up and he was so excited to be on camera. That was adorable. All right, last term, zombieing. Okay, just answer me this. If we can't say things like simple, we have to shorten it to simp, or what's another one? Guyet, illy. If we have to shorten terms like that, how is zombieing not a mouthful? How can that be a term? I don't get it. Zombieing. It's not even easy to say. I don't get it. Okay, this happens after someone ghosts you and then decides to start talking to you again like nothing ever happened. A coming back from the dead, if you will. Okay, I like the term. I like what it stands for. That makes perfect sense. And I had not heard it before. I like it. The definition makes sense to the word. But again, the word is, it's weird. It's a mouthful. Zombieing. Huh? Maybe if you just do a little zombie emoji, like when you're texting, that's cute. I like that. But to spell it out, maybe that's not what they're doing. They're probably not doing that. They're just using the zombie emoji, which that's pretty cute then. I'm gonna give it some credit and say, if you're just using the little icon, cool. If you're saying the word, that's weird. Okay, folks. Well, that was the slang terms of Gen Z, essentially, and they're all over TikTok and social media. I just wanted to break that down. It confused me. I always felt like I kind of have an idea of what that means, but I just wanted to break that down. So there's your Rosie review. I hope y'all have a great rest of your week.